You have the right to remain silent. But we'd prefer if you didn't.
Spinning the law, spinning the law.
This is Malzberg's
Spinning the law.
Spinning the Law.
Spinning the law, spinning the law.
With attorney Kendall Coffey.
We are back. There we are. We are back now. We have Kendall, I presume, and we thank Kendall for his accommodation on the time. Hello, sir.
Hey, great to be with you again.
Well, what a busy, busy day. Great to talk to you. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, Happy New Year. This is the first one in the new year. Why does it seem like it's March already? Anyway, no, it's not. No, it's not. We did it last week after the New Year, before the blizzard. That's right. That's right. So I'm trying to figure out where I am, Kendall. But anyway, let me get right to it.
It got you dizzy because there's all kinds of things going on.
Oh my goodness! Let me ask you about what's going on in New Jersey. The governor giving his press conference today, denying any knowledge. Never saw the emails that came out yesterday. His staff lied to him. He was shocked. He was humiliated. He apologized. So let me ask you this: if whoever was responsible, if it was in a vindictive manner for closing the bridge, we know that one woman died, a 90-year-old woman. She had passed out and she died by the time the EMS got to her. We also know from a newspaper survey in New Jersey that the response times by EMS during the closure of these lanes resulted in longer first responder times. If the family sues and if it could be shown that the bridge closing or the lane closing did cause longer response time, could somebody be held on felony murder charges? We have Ashley Banfield of CNN saying someone could be held on felony murder charges in the death of this woman if this was done maliciously and for political payback.
Well, I'd be astonished to see a charge go that far. It is indeed official misconduct can be a felony. You and I are talking about what's alleged, and there really is a presumption of innocence that we shouldn't overlook. But if official misconduct can be proven, that's a felony. Killings that occur in the course of a felony can be considered felony murder. I'm not sure that a prosecutor would connect these kind of dots. It's not like somebody committing a robbery where somebody is killed. That's a classic example of a felony murder because it's in the heart of something that's foreseeable. But is it theoretically possible? Could be. There's never been a court decision on something like this. But the likely scenario for prosecutors, if they've got the proof, then the official misconduct statute seems to fit like a glove, a glove in a hand in terms of the way these allegations read. And the Justice Department itself is exploring whether there are federal laws that could be violated, and all that's very serious ground to consider before we get to civil lawsuits and damages lawsuits, which are also in the universe of distinct possibilities here.
Yeah, so it's all got to be sorted out, and with the one of the key players here taking the fifth. I got a question for you, which you may not be able to respond to. He was testifying, David Wildstein, the Port Authority appointee, the childhood friend, quote-unquote, of Christie, who kind of poo-pooed that today, who resigned a few weeks ago, who was in these emails yesterday, took the fifth over and over. And then, from what I've heard, the New Jersey committee, state committee, held him in contempt for not answering. I guess it's not a legal body, but you tell me, can you be held in contempt for taking the fifth?
No.
Okay.
There's a constitutional right to take the fifth. There can be consequences, civil, administratively, but contempt, being put into jail because you exercise your constitutional right to assert the Fifth Amendment, that's not what the law permits.
Right. Well, he wasn't put in jail, so I'm going to have to see exactly what they said. But that's what I had heard. The reports that he was found in contempt for not answering. But we'll see. But he's not in jail. But nonetheless, that struck me as kind of funny. See, I have this little lawyer sense in me a little bit. All right, let me get to this. I mean, there's a lot of stories we could talk about, but this one strikes me. I don't really understand this, but a New York court, there was a decision that a Manhattan judge allowed adoption of a child by, quote unquote, two close personal friends. He permitted Judge Rita Mella called a 2010 amendment to Section 110 of the state's domestic relations law, which allows two unmarried adult intimate partners to adopt. Have you seen that before, where people who aren't married, whether same sex or not same sex, I don't even know if these are same sex, I don't think they are, can adopt a child even though they're not married?
I haven't heard of this in this scenario before, and these individuals, as best as I can tell, I'm just reading, the news articles that you were kind enough to send, may not even live together. So it's quite a new precedent, and of course this is being decided at the trial court level. It could be that along the appellate path they take a different look, but certainly on its face, the New York statute allows two unmarried adult intimate partners to adopt. So clearly, under the law of New York, you don't have to be married. What constitutes an intimate partner is for courts to decide. This court took a very, very broad view, and her language was that the nuclear family has not represented the norm for large sections of the population in a long time. So I don't know if this is just
it's two people. It's two people. She wanted to get pregnant and use a sperm bank or something, and then he donated the sperm, and she couldn't get pregnant, so they decided to adopt. And since they both couldn't adopt, she adopted the baby from Ethiopia, and he wants to become the second legal parent. Citing things like it's going to the child will receive better health insurance as well as Social Security benefits if the man became disabled or died, and enable the child to inherit from him should he die. All this according to the ruling. So the judge is using that in the ruling that the baby would be better off financially under health care, and if something happened to the father, by letting the man become the second adoptive parent. It just does seem weird that if people can get married and they're not married, why should they be able to adopt a child together? But, where things are changing so rapidly, I guess that's kind of must be somebody's going to consider it a bigoted and a wrong side of history statement for me to make.
Well, and ultimately the judge thought it was in the best interest of the child, who had apparently been adopted from Ethiopia by the woman, and it was the New York legislature that decided that unmarried adult intimate partners can adopt. So the judge may have viewed this as simply applying a new law to, in effect, create a new legal scenario.
Yeah. All right, Kendall, appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. We'll save the Chicago gun ban ruling for next week, and who knows where Utah will be by then, and who knows what else will happen. But always great to talk to you, sir. Thank you.
Always great. Thanks for having me.
Kendall Coffey, ladies and gentlemen, attorney extraordinaire, Spinning the Law, author of a book by the same name, great book by the same name, Spinning the Law. All right, folks, so in the next hour, Andy McCarthy, Jennifer Rubin of the Washington Post, and Paul Molshine, columnist for the Newark Star-Ledger. Christy, and, oh yeah, did I mention Christy? I told you we had this covered like a blanket. We're coming back. Final hour. Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax TV and radio.
The Steve Malzberg